Okay, I have anxiety, I have sleep apnea, I don't sleep well, but I tried a weighted blanket for 3 nights and it actually worked. If you go on YouTube, you see a lot of videos, a lot of personalities talking about this weighted blanket worked for me, it didn't work for me. But I've been at Mattress Clarity for a while now, and I've written about mattresses, I've helped review bedding, I have helped review pillows. I've written about sleep science and sleep studies. I wanted to lend my expertise to the weighted blanket issue. But before I do that, just a heads up, Layla financially supported this video, and they also sent me this weighted blanket to try out. I was a big fan of it and their other products as well, so you should check them out yourself. But what does a weighted blanket actually feel like? Well, it's heavy. I'm a larger person, so for me, I got a 25-pound weighted blanket. It's pretty heavy, feels a little bit strange at first. It's almost like when you're at the dentist and you have that weighted vest kind of laying on top of you. They say it's supposed to be like a deep hug, but I really wouldn't know about that because I'm kind of a lonely person, and anyway, it's heavy. It feels like they sewed 40 beanbags together and threw it on your body. It's also pretty hot as well. You have that extra fill, it's less breathable, so I heated up underneath this, got a little bit sweaty and clammy. But that's more of like a general thing that might happen with you with a weighted blanket, and I wanna get into my 3-night experience with this weighted blanket. So first night, it's weird. It feels very, very strange at first. It's that extra weight. Also, it holds me back when I'm trying to move around. I'm a combo sleeper, so I'm moving around at night. It's stopping me. I'm actually waking up a few times. So the end of my first night, waking up the next day, I actually did not feel that rested. It felt strange. I didn't feel in a good mood. I was like, this is not working for me. My anxiety feels kind of worse. I said, you know what? I'm gonna pull through. I'm gonna keep doing it. So the second night I did it again. And a little bit better. I woke up a few times as well, still getting used to it, still stopping myself when I'm moving around. Finally though, on the 3rd night, it completely worked. I did not move at all. I wake up with these like solid lines in my face, like I had not moved 1 inch. I also felt fantastic. So overall, by the 3rd night, it's a really great experience, and even to this day, I still use a weighted blanket. That's my personal experience, but I promise you I'd lend my expertise to the weighted blanket issue. I want to talk about the science of weighted blankets. How do they actually work? Well, they work through something called deep tissue pressure. That's that deep hug I was talking about. So the weighted blanket presses into my muscles, and when that happens, it actually increases my serotonin levels and my dopamine levels. I feel better, I sleep more deeply. It also lowers my cortisol levels, which is associated with stress, so I feel a lot better as well. But there are some studies that deal with how it handles insomnia, anxiety, and ADHD, and I want to talk about those one by one. I haven't pulled up over here. Insomnia, in a 2005 study in Sweden, 4 out of 5 people used a weighted blanket, slept more deeply, had fewer wake-ups, and woke up feeling more refreshed. Also, anxiety, my personal favorite that I deal with. In one study, 63% of those who had anxiety and tried a weighted blanket woke up feeling refreshed and also felt less anxious. And I can say, having done it myself, definitely true. Finally, ADHD. Children in the UK with ADHD were studied. Those who used it slept better and they had fewer disturbances at school the next day. And overall, these are some really good science to back up how weighted blankets work. Again, me personally, I had a great experience, but I'm not a doctor. And if you want to try a weighted blanket, you should definitely speak to a doctor before you use it. So if you are elderly, you want a weighted blanket for children, you have respiratory issues or circulatory issues, these could all be issues if you're trying to use a weighted blanket. So definitely talk to a doctor. But again, for me, in my personal experience, a weighted blanket definitely worked. So I've tried a lot of weighted blankets, and for this specific test, I used a Layla weighted blanket. And what sets it apart mostly, in my opinion, is the very, very soft outer shell. So one side's cotton, but the other side is kind of this soft, minky feel, very, very nice to the touch. A lot of people think that weighted blankets are all the same. While they're all heavy, they're very different as well. So some are made better for hot sleepers. They're more breathable. Some are more about the outer shell, the outer feel to it. Some are better in terms of options. So one company may only have a 15-pound, a 20-pound, 25-pound. Another company may have some more integrals there. So 20, 22, 25, 27, some more options as well. If you're looking for the right weight for you though, use this easy formula. You're gonna take your body weight, divide it by 10, plus or minus 1 or 2 pounds. So for me specifically, 230 pounds divided by 10, 23 pounds. Plus or minus, I like a little bit heavier, so 25-pound weighted blanket is perfect for me. I will just note that if you're looking for a weighted blanket for your child, be very, very careful. You wanna find that exact weight for them. If it's too heavy, that can be dangerous. But if you're on this video, you're probably looking for ways to help yourself sleep better. And here at Mattress Clarity, we have lots of videos that deal with mattresses, other sleep products to have you sleeping very, very well. So definitely hit a subscribe button. Also, if you want to see a list of our best mattresses, Google Mattress Clarity plus best mattress. If you have any more specific questions about weighted blankets, you want to tell me about your experience, leave a comment below.